welcome to the Demo Dive, where I live stream myself digging through Steam's demo tag to sort the trash from the treasure. I'm CB, and my human-coded day job is so bad that at least two of my friends are literally wishing they could be employed there just to give me co-workers who aren't trash. That's how bad it's getting. Did I mention, though, that I have the most awesome friends in the known universe? Because I have the most awesome friends in the known universe. I'm really hoping that this particular demo is the sort of light-hearted and above all easy to play otome bonanza the blur promises. I could use the laugh and something to yell at where the yelling's about exasperated hilarity rather than wanting to remove someone's tender bits with sporks. This one's called In My Orbit by Studio Reignbow. That's R-E-I-G-N bow, as in rulership, not a weather condition. I swear, the indie devs get more clever about names by the day. Anyway, the game self-describes as a chat-style otome visual novel. I swear, my hobbies seem determined to teach me how many interesting words the Japanese have for genres that involve the smoochy times, or sexy times, depending on your definitions. Anyway, as far as I can tell, overall plot is that we, the player character, have been abandoned in space, and all of a sudden our craft downloads some foreign signal that turns out to be a dating app. Because that's our priority, apparently? But, I mean, okay, different strokes for different folks, I guess. No pun intended, and I have to say that because the longer blurb also notes that one of the tragedies of being abandoned at the edge of space is that your vibrator just died. Which, look, if you're typing in a chat dating app, you have your fingers still available. When the asexual is giving you tips on how you can still get off without a machine, something's gone terribly wrong. Anyway, I thought I was getting Starbright Agency vibes, but now I get the feeling that we're getting into what I hear from my various Tumblr folks is called PWP, porn without plot. Well, not actual porn, but clearly certainly hoping for a fade to black sort of conclusion, hence the otome thing. Because our main concern is the state of our vibrator, and we have hot deities in our area. Or something. Look, I'm just going to get into this and see if this is actually the sort of thing I might like maybe having a plot, or if I'm just going to yell at the demo for an hour. Sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll begin. I gotta give it, it's very pink. And the music is surprisingly quiet. That could just be my headphones. Not that the music is really all that up to much, but right, new game, here we go. Mercury, Marzi, Big Daddy. Oh Lord, help. What is your name? Fuck it. What do you go by? This is the 17,000th-ish log of Communication Officer J. Today is my 5th anniversary of being on the SS Voyager, and my vibrator just died. Why am I telling this to comms? Why am I telling this to my flight log? Why does my flight log care? I'll be hosting a send-off at 0700 hours. Gonna give it a proper funeral like it does. What the fuck? If we're getting that attached to our vibrator, but we're touch-starved right to hell. It got me through so much on this godforsaken vessel. The stress has been incalculable, but I've always had Buzz, from reputable adult toy retailer Lightyear, to see me through. Buzz Light. Look, I know the song is You've Got a Friend in Me, but that's fucking ridiculous. I haven't had contact with home for about a year now. The last resupply was whenever they came to collect Junie's corpse, which was, I think, 2 years ago. Wait, Okay, can I point out that it's FOUL? Because the last thing we need is poultry up in this bitch. Okay? And I'm currently having an issue where we haven't had a resupply ship in 2 years, and it was mostly to remove a body. What? Anyway, yeah, no. I still have about a year or so worth of oxygen, even less in rations. I mean, if it is foul, we've got poultry for days. I'm sorry. The chat is giving me less of a headache than some of this, dear Lord. But worse than that, I can feel the edges of my sanity fraying. Having someone to talk to again, to simply even respond, would be an absolute godsend. Given what I've read from the blurb, the be careful what you wish for thing comes to mind. More so than the vibrator, even. Oh, nice of us to prioritize conversation over buzz. They still haven't replaced her. Junie, I mean, not the vibrator. And there's been no word of when the next restock will be, or when my duties might end. When we're more worried about giving a vibrator a funeral than where the fuck are the people who bring the food. What? I don't know what's wrong with this particular game's version of me, but it requires not a dating app, but a fucking therapist. Speaking of duties, I hit the button that opens communication to the vast void of space. Hello? Is anyone out there? Got any hot aliens listening who'll help me out? Oh my god. Nope. Nope. No, god. Just help. No. I honestly don't have a clue, but apparently we've been abandoned here by whatever company sent us out. But apparently they don't give one tin shit what we're doing here. Or I'm doing here, because the Wii stopped being a Wii 2 years ago. And is it sad I'm looking at this box up here in the corner that says Genies and I get teddy bear ears? I mean, at least you have something to hug. Just don't do anything else to the poor teddy bear. Please don't. Or better yet, do we have anyone tuning in from an advanced civilization that can fix it up? Help. No. Is this how allosexuals are? Because I don't ever remember being like this, and I don't understand. Why are we so desperate about this? I don't get it. I'm too ace for this bullshit. I don't understand. I'm sure that somebody is going, yeah, I feel you, fam, to this, and I'm just going, what, why? Okay, why do we have a spacesuit that comes equipped with a scarf? I know I said they, but there's more theys than Rylan. Anybody? Don't all speak up at once. The only response is the ambient creaking of the ship and the evenly timed hisses of oxygen pumping into the room. The sound of sudden laughter breaks through the silence. I'm only distantly aware that it's my own. Yeah, no, this is some hitherto undiscovered. Actually, no, this isn't hitherto undiscovered psychosis. This is Jack Torrance from The Shining, except instead of murdery, more horny. Either way, I don't live here. That's probably bad. No! Really? I hadn't noticed! Woo, sorry about that, dear listeners. I'm losing it a bit here. Not that there are any listeners out there. Well, yeah, sorry. Fuck this version of me. My version of me has at least some listeners, and I hope they're finding my "what the fuck is this" reactions amusing. Man, how did I get here? Oh, Jay, you should go do this program for Space Corps. You've got the qualifications. Be part of the crew that discovers aliens. What a crock of shit. Yeah, I'd really like more than that. I mean, I appreciate the sarcasm, but, like, a little more information on what we're actually supposed to be doing here. And seriously, Space Corps? Even Elon Musk names his shit better than that. Not by much, but slightly. Fuck. No, all things considered, no. Prometheus Corps, bringing the fire of mankind across the cosmos. Except, if there's advanced civilizations out in space, why are we bringing the fire to them? They already have the fire, or else they wouldn't be able to reach us. This is a... Space Corps was bad. This is... I remember being a little kid looking at the giant Prometheus Corps posters on the walls of the subway station near my home. The glittering stars called to me, begging me to listen to their secrets. I knew at that moment that I wanted to be up there among them. I'm assuming that's before your libido kicked in and everything else took second place to getting laid. Prometheus Corporation is the premier space exploration company. It used to be a small auxiliary company that manufactured equipment for government spacecraft, engine parts, life support systems, that kind of thing. Then, out of what seemed like nowhere, they sent the first manned mission to Mars. Prometheus has been expanding humanity's reach beyond our humble skies ever since, all thanks to their patented Promantha technology. You know, I might have actually approached this, like, if they'd approached this like this, I probably wouldn't be side-eyeing this quite so hard. But no, we just had to start with "I'm bored, lonely, and horny." Great, thanks for that. Discover the secrets of the universe and unite the cosmos. They completely commercialized the space sector. Tours of Neptune, terraforming on the moon, you name it, Prometheus has probably done it. And that's why I signed up to join their exploration team, with just an exploration team. If I'm on an Elon Musk designed bit of bullshit ship, then again, the ship creaks, so that probably tracks, yeah. To explore deep space and discover the secrets that the stars whispered to me all those years ago. I sacrificed everything for this. I poured my heart and soul into pursuing this job. I ignored my social life completely. No parties, no holidays, and no dates. So, I'm sorry, in my orbit version of me. At what point did I want to go out and discover the cosmos come into "I want a new species to fuck"? Just asking. And it was all so I could be here now, alone, with dwindling supplies, light years away from another living soul. And now I can't even get in contact with Earth. I feel the space closing in around me, and I try to control my breathing. I will not break down over this, even if I am realizing that I'm going to die out here alone, a virgin, and no one is going to know or care. Help! Yeah, I had a slight misfortunate feeling about that, how fed up I was gonna get that they're already setting up the "you are ridiculously horny" thing. Because, like, I know that... And first of all, you've never had a date. You don't know how to interact with humans, let alone anyone else, on that basis. You've had a vibrator. Understand that if you're going to be sexing it up with another sentient being, they might have, like, wants for conversation, personalities, weird kinks. We are talking about space here. Why are we romanticizing this? Probably because if we don't, we're going to go space crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just really tired of hearing about how much I apparently want to get laid. Just getting a little bit sick of that. I'm not going to spend my final moments crying and losing my mind. This is all so stupid. I refuse to be defeated. No. I'm going to see if my webtoons have updated and then lay my vibrator to rest. Too bad it's too fried to fix, otherwise I'd go out with a bang, huh? Wait a minute. Why are we talking about imminent death? Didn't we say about a year of oxygen and less, but still not going into, like, today on supplies? Why do we think we're about to die? When did that happen? What? Aren't we skipping a few steps here? Anyway, I sigh, stopping the communications log. Just as I'm getting ready to open the webtoon site, something flashes on the console. Is that an incoming signal? What? I stare at the blinking red light. That's not the way I'd normally get messages from Earth. Space Corps has a unique radio signature that goes through a specific relay automatically, and I turn to look at that console. It's dark. Is this signal coming from another ship? Is it someone who could help? I scramble to hit the button to accept the signal as my survival instincts surge. My breath rushes out of me and the hairs on my arms raise. Every muscle in my body feels pulled taut, straining with the hope that I might be saved. Mayday! 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 This is the SS Voyager, Prometheus designation number 8008135, declaring an emergency. We are in immediate need of rescue. I repeat, this is the SS Voyager. Ah! I shout in agony as a piercing tone comes through the other end. The sound drags its claws through my head, tearing up the floorboards of my brain. I wince, jerking back. The sudden movement sends me tumbling from my chair and jostles my headphones off of my head. A sharp pain shoots up my spine as my butt hits the floor and my head spins wildly. Struggling not to throw up, I clutch my head, but my vision is still spinning. So now I have a migraine on top of everything else. Wait, why did that sound have a taste? I lick the inside of my cheek experimentally. Yep, bubblegum. It's like if Egref learned how to do that kind of communication. Maybe people from Egref have learned how to send sendings in flavors. I wouldn't put it past them. Did I get shocked or something? What the fuck kind of feedback? Or maybe this is what a stroke feels like. No, you'd probably be smelling burning toast if it was a stroke. Haha. I shake my head to clear my thoughts and grab my headphones to try the signal again. Except when I look up, there's a giant pop-up covering the screen next to the console. What the help. In the middle of the display where the company's logo would have been is an ad? That shouldn't be possible. Even when browsing the web, the company's ad blocker is top-notch. But I didn't even have anything open, so what the hell am I looking at here? Oh god. I'm looking at the various numbers. Online 420 parsecs away. Last online 9-11 years ago. Online 69 parsecs away. Oh. Writers, please learn use of God's damn subtlety. Please, I am begging you here. Let's see where we go. Are you looking for a steamy romance, a passionate hookup? Look no further. Try these hot single deities in your orbit on the new dating app Hermes. Click here to sign up. Why would I click this? I wouldn't click this on Earth. This screams malware. I must be hallucinating. The words swim in my vision like I'm reading them in a dream. I blink a few times, and when I finally tear my eyes away from the distracting pop-up, I see the incoming communication button has stopped flashing. Eh? I missed my chance. Dread creeps up inside me, my breath stuttering and hot tears threatening to fall. I grip the console, blinking them back and forcing myself to take deep, shaky breaths. The pop-up is still there, bright, gaudy text glaring up at me and illuminating the whole control room in a multicolored glow. What a bizarre, ugly ad. Wonder if it's for another webtoon or an AI chatbot. But how the hell is it even appearing on the station's controls? Sure, those webtoon sites are full of sketchy clickbait, but I swear I've never opened any of it. Maybe it's a prank from another ship? Either way, I definitely shouldn't touch it. Who knows what a virus could do to the station's controls? I click it. I think I see what they mean when... Because this thing's got some interesting shit going with its tags. Some say choices matter and multiple endings, but there's one tag that belies that just says linear. I'm guessing this is what they mean. Because I would be getting a game over right about now because I'm not touching that! Whoops. There's nothing like playing an idiot in a video game to give one completely misdirected self-loathing. Because I don't hate me, I hate this version of me. This one, right here. I hate them. They're stupid. Absolutely, they're the kind of people I make fun of! Not for the sex thing, for the clicking on the bullshit sketchy app thing. The horny I just don't understand. Anyway. Okay, fine, if I'm being honest, I'm desperate here. For someone to talk to, for help, and for anything, and who could blame me? If this is bogus, then I can just ignore it and let whatever stupid malware speed up my inevitable end. I'll go back to having a funeral for my vibrator and pretend everything is chill until I finally game over. I was expecting a web page to open, but instead I get a system notification that the app has instantly started downloading onto the station's hard drive. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, not on the computer, please no. I'm sure there are rules about using company computers for this kind of thing. I mean, I do remember that one of my, I think it was my first proper job, we had to sack somebody for watching porn in the office and completing, if you see what I mean. I should flag up also that that was the Department of Health. Well, a subsection of the Department of Health. But it was government, okay? Then again, we did have one guy in Parliament who, during a Parliament session, was browsing porn on his phone. His excuse, he was trying to look up tractors. In the middle of Parliament. So... you see what I mean? That's the kind of shit I just don't get, and now it's happening. Anyway. I search desperately for some kind of button to stop the download, but the progress bar just steadily creeps along. Do you not know how to access a task manager? That's usually how you do it. Anyway. Taunting me. I start frantically tapping the screen, doing just about everything except pulling the plug on the whole station, to no avail. Okay, not only am I stupid, I'm technologically inept. The bar reaches 100%, and then the screen goes black. The power in the station flutters momentarily, and my heart sinks to my stomach. Oh my god, I'm gonna die because I clicked on a horny pop-up ad. It would serve you right! Ahem. Suddenly, it illuminates again, and a cheerful-looking chat app prompts me for a screen name. Test, test. Testy, test, test, test. Whee! What the fuck? Hello? I mean, keyboard smash, I guess. Does this guy talk entirely in emojis? What? Hello? Keyboard smash. I mean, hi. Hey, what's up? You a hacker or something? This app is in beta, so you should be patient and wait for the official release. Say goodbye, Mr. Hacker. The app downloaded itself? Huh. For real? Be for real right now. Oh. I see. I have committed a fuck up. I accidentally sent the app data into deep space. What am I doing? Bleh? My bad for calling you a hacker. Please forgive me. But then, wait a minute. Who are you? I'm the captain and communications specialist aboard the SS Voyager. Is this a prank? This entity speaks entirely in emojis. Okay. Voyager? That sounds like it's Gaian, not from this sector. Wait. Don't tell me you're human? Holy shit, you're a human! We haven't seen you guys since that one dude with the cross fucked up at the... Wait. I'm sorry, was that... Are they actually talking about Jesus? Oh, Lord. No pun intended. You guys figured out deep space travel? When did that happen? Never mind. Hold that answer. I gotta get the boys in on this. What do you mean, the boys? Hello? You have been added to the chat. Your main DILF69 has joined the chat. I did not miss usernames like this. I really did not miss usernames like this. Guess who got their start on AOL? Hello. Why... I don't want to know why they're doing that particular misspelling. I don't care. Shut the fuck up, Mercury. Hello, where's the human? These phones are just too small for my big, beautiful hands. Oh, no. Not Daddy's big, beautiful hands. Whatever is this kitten to do? What the fuck am I reading right now? Yeah, this person speaks almost entirely in emojis. I'm not gonna have a good time for the next, like, half hour or so, am I? I've never been so flaccid in my life. I don't care! XX Red Room XX has joined the chat. What? Hello? Shut up, Mercury! And why are we spelling hello with a J? Aw, look at that. Little Red has stuck his head out of his shell. And what's with that edgy-ass name? You're just picking on Mars because you can't spell. Pot calling kettle. You are black. Repeat, you are black. I can leave. This one can spell. No! You'll miss the human. And I'm supposed to care because... But this one is in deep space! Like they barely just figured out concrete the last time we saw them. Go on, say something. Hi? I'm not talking about my virginity. I don't give a shit. What a cutie, huh? Huh? What did I tell you? A human! A real human! Genuinely, how does that prove anything? Isn't it obvious? Nope. Not even a little bit. So we know I've been developing Hermes, right? The dating app we're chatting on? Yes. Sure. Not even a little bit. So I was trying to send the app to my private server on the moon. But I think I missed and sent it into deep space. I don't want to date any of these idiots. Which normally, it wouldn't stick to anything foreign. What do you mean by foreign? Not our technology. Alien. Other than ours. The opposite of homegrown. Alright, I get it. Continue. But it stuck to this ship all the way out in the boonies. But I've sent several relays and diagnostics on their space vessel. None of them match with any of the serial numbers we have in that quadrant of space. Could it be a spy from Othris? Someone gone rogue? God, I hope so. Stop stroking your sword in chat. We went, like, an awfully long way without anything subjective. I'm sure I should be proud of them for keeping it in their trousers that long. Die. Okay, admittedly, this one I kind of like, if only because they also have no tolerance for this bullshit. You'd miss me, Marzi. You'd miss me too, Marzi. Ew, don't call me that, Jupiter. It gives me the creeps when you say it. You are not making a good case for that, Mercury. Who'd buy you your coochie cumbergatchas or whatever as soon as they released the new stuff? What? What the, Cutie cumber, excuse you, and I'd figure something out. Anyway, I don't think it's one of our ships or any of our neighbors. I made sure to rule that out. There's something on that vessel or something about the way it's built that's too similar to our tech. That only makes sense if we've been there before. Get it? If this isn't a joke, I'm from Earth. See? Wow. Wait. You guys are actual aliens? No, they're gods. If I'm qualified, I must have had at least some basic education. Surely I know that Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars are not just planets, but the planets were given the name of deities. Roman, specifically. I generally prefer the Greek names, but fine. Why can I understand you? Why can you understand me? Why are you guys named after planet? I'm a dipshit. I don't use capitalization. And I spell you with one letter. Can I hate me? Not me, but that me? Because I don't like this version of me. This version of me is not me. I dislike it immensely. This is I do this for you because I know I can be incredibly amusing when I'm this level of what the unnatural fuck am I seeing here? Good questions. Well, dear leader, do you feel like answering the human? We've been to Earth before. That's why you can understand us. We're the beings who inspired your gods. What? Which gods? Which god? So, exactly how much of this version of me's brain just went straight into knickers and never left? I see you did not inherit the critical thinking characteristics of your ancestors. Yeah, thank you. Jeez. Marzi! I am known as Zeus to some on your planet. Mars there is Ares and Mercury is Hermes. Please at least let that help. Ha. Really? This is the weirdest thing that's happened to you today? I can't believe... Apostrophe! apostrophes! I mean, at least I capitalized. But apostrophes? The app keeps dinging as more messages come in. I push away from the console and drag a hand down my face. If this is a prank, still a possibility, thank you very much. These guys are seriously committed to it. I heave a sigh and feel my eyes glaze over, not really looking at anything. And if it's not a prank, then this is the first contact we've had with aliens. Well, the second, if Jupiter is telling the truth. Then again, maybe I really have gone crazy after all. Is this all in my head? Am I that far gone? I look at my beloved vibrator, my dear Buzz from... I don't want to keep talking about where the fucking vibrator came from. I don't even want to talk about the vibrator. It's broken. Laying dead in the box it came in. He seems to talk to me from the great help. Help me. You should verify their claims, Jay Herdsman. You're a highly trained communications officer. You have a degree in this. I believe in you. When I'm getting a pep talk from a dead vibrator, something is badly wrong. I think there's a lot of badly wrong with this entire thing. Wait, I am a highly trained communications officer. We just remembered this now, even though we told them this like 2 minutes ago. I do have a degree in this. Oh, for fuck's sake. My humble gratitudes, O sweet prince. Thine kind words have filled this one with a sense of purpose. How I pine for the nights we once doth share betwixt ragged sheets o' mine. I say aloud to my dead vibrator. Help. Yeah, I'm actually losing it. At least you have that much self-awareness, you ridiculous roll mop. I can still hear the non-stop pinging from the app. I know, it's a lot to meet the God of Thunder in the flesh. Or in a text-based format. Shut up, you know what I meant. You mean that you're a big ignoramus? I swear to me, if it wasn't for the fact that you are my lead general, I'd slap the red out of your hair. You are very welcome to try. And he literally says heart emoji. He literally just says heart emoji. Did you just type heart emoji? Yeah, weirdly, the God of War is the only one of you idiots I can stand! Emojis are for kids. I don't mind emojis, but you use cutie-cumber emotes. Those are art. Only cutie-cumber truly understands me. I have the narcissist, the weeb, and the emo. These are my only options. Only cutie-cumber could properly convey my emotions through the form of text. Anyways, human, I think your ability to speak our language is due to the app. Well, yeah, because you'd be, like, ancient Greek, which has changed a lot over the centuries, by the way. Or, like, Latin or something. Oh, yes! This is a dating app. Made for this side of the galaxy. Made at the behest of the horniest man this side of the galaxy. Ha! Nothing! It's got a state-of-the-art translation system for all beings who agree to the terms of service. I never clicked on agreement to a terms of service. You never even showed me where I could read the terms of service. Because it does hijack your brain. You know, I think that's the first anyone, main character included, has actually acknowledged that I have a brain. That, you know, doesn't live perennially in the knickers. Just a little. It's very cool stuff, so, like, spare us. Okay, next time then. Do you have any more questions for us? Where'd they go? Maybe they died? Pfft. That's awful! Don't say that! Human? Hey! Jay! Oh, Lord. Sorry, 1 second. This is a lot to take in. I was just throwing a... Why am I telling these idiots that I'm holding a... I refuse to say those words. Fuck that. I-O. I'm just processing. Who the fuck does that? Yeah, they can wait. I have a very expensive degree to use. Now, if I could just figure out where that massive feedback signal came from. Aha! I got it! I run a series of diagnostics and pass the signal through Prometheus's patented AI. You know, all of this has been absolutely stupid and very much not what I would do. But, like, that was just the... maybe some people would do it, and I can let it slide because, like, ace. But that I would never fucking do! If AI is running this fucking station, no wonder I assume I'm about to die. By pinging the ships that might be nearby, I'm able to knock out a few possibilities of where exactly the initial signal for the Hermes app came from. And that is... in a currently uninhabited area of deep space. The signal is coming from one of the exoplanets, designation Kepler 540. This signature, though... these sigma wave readings are unlike anything I've ever seen before. I sit back in my chair, staring at the screen in shock. It must be. It has to be, right? Aliens! Real aliens! And they said that they inspired the old Greco-Roman gods. If it's true, holy crap! Just how much of their influence did the world take on because of them? I swipe my hand down my face and bite my lip, worrying it between my teeth. I should call the corporate office, shouldn't I? I should at least send a hail. This is exactly what we've been out here searching for, after all. Right, yeah, here I go. I reach for the communications panel again and open a direct channel to Earth. Then I take a deep breath and begin to speak. This is Officer J. Herdsman aboard the SS Voyager. I am calling to make a report. The line crackles with static. It feels like I'm holding my breath as I wait to hear back from headquarters. I stand, bracing myself on one hand against the panel. I've made contact. Before I can finish, a woman's professional-sounding voice interrupts. One moment while I transfer your call. On a comm system? Decades-old jazz music plays over the comms relay as I'm put on hold. Ugh. Why is it that even in space I can't escape the horrors of the corporate customer service experience? I am not a customer, I am an employee, I should not be stuck with this. I sigh, slouching back in my chair. I glance over once more at the Hermes app. Jupiter and Mars are arguing about something, and Mercury is trying his best to mediate. I mumble, under my breath, dorks. Maybe it's because I've been alone for so long, but I can't help but smile a little as I read their back and forth. Still on hold with the operator, my hands wander back to the keyboard. At least that's the only place they're wandering for right now. Hey, I'm back. That's why I told you that you shouldn't just spend all your money on your cucumber gacha or whatever the fuck it's called. For the last time, old man, they are called cutie-cumbers. Insult cutie-cumber again, and I will bring to bear the entire might of the cosmos upon your head. Try it, asshole! I'll send you back home crying to your stupid collection. Anyways, welcome back. Actually, we've been calling you the human this whole time, so what should we call you? Oh, it's Jay. What's cutie-cumber? I'm not going to ask about the fucking bickering. Uh-oh. You got him started! Cutie-cumber is the greatest thing in existence. Period. End of story. Look at her. You see, if I could have a video game with just those guys having adventures, I'd probably be having a much better time right now. It's an orange. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Fuck it. Character. They have a line of capsule gacha that Mars is unhealthily obsessed with. Try again. That Mars is absolutely insane about. He's very normal about cutie-cumber. Please don't hurt me. He got you scared. It is my ardent hope that everyone will recognize how cute cutie-cumber is. And you will all bow down before her. Look, I can appreciate... First of all, I can appreciate that level of commitment to the bit. I mean, there's just also the fact that, like, this is the only suggestion of character depth I have seen so far! I'm not bowing to a sea slug, lol. You will if I make you. Try it, little man. Okay, I guess I'm stuck with, do they always bicker like this? Yeah. Worse when we were younger, actually. They used to actually mean it when they said, I'm gonna kill you. I am going to kill you, I swear to me. That's my line. Your line is, sorry, I can't pay the child support this month. I think I found the only one I'm actually willing to even consider the idea of dating. I pay my child support, what the hell? Don't make me look bad in front of the human. Look bad? Like how you brought STDs to Olympia because you kept sleeping with the humans? He what? And oop. I was drunk and everyone was hitting on me. Yeah, that's Zeus, alright. Okay, Petri dish. Oh, we should have sent you back to the moon, you skinny little asshole. Rip each other's dicks off! So, Hermes speaks entirely in memes. Ares is emo with angry, and Zeus is Zeus. Oh, Mars was from the moon before we came here. Took quite a while for them to warm up to each other. Oh, cool. Here they go again. Oh, sorry, I gotta go again. The Hermes app continues to ping as Jupiter and Mars hurl insults back and forth at each other. The old jazz music stops and I hear ringing. Thank goodness I'm finally off hold. Someone finally picks up, and the voice on the other end is just as professional sounding as the last and very curt. You have reached the legal offices at Prometheus. How can we help you? Legal office? Sorry, I must have been connected to the wrong department. I was looking for mission management. I have news about contact with extraterrestrials. He doesn't seem to listen and completely speaks over me. Let me just pull up your case number. Oh. I know who this is. You're Jay Herdsman on the Voyager station. The obviously performative kindness in his smooth, masculine voice does little to calm my nerves. An ominous shiver runs down my back. Yes, that's correct. So, here's the thing. The company has actually listed your station as redundant. Yeah, okay. Redundant? Obsolete. No, not needed. Dare I say, a lost cause. What? But... The lawyer speaks over my protests, fueling my mounting anger. You see, we've been hemorrhaging funds through the exploration program, so our brilliant and amazing CEO, yeah, they're a Musk allegory, asked us to find ways to allocate our resources to the projects that really matter. Which means cutting back on personnel, so to speak. Just your typical routine program revisions, etc., etc. I think I'm gonna be sick. Well, hopefully not for too long. Effective immediately, we are terminating your contract. Which means we'll also be ceasing life support. Ceasing life support?! And paying the life insurance and residual salary to the relevant beneficiaries, which are listed as, let's see here, oof, no one. Unfortunately, that means we'll be retaining the funds. Thank you so much for your service. We hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Insist. Wait, I've completed the mission. I found evidence of alien life. Oh, please. Desperate is never a good look. I'm serious. They call themselves Olympians. They said they inspired the Greco-Roman gods on Earth. Did you just come up with that? Well, you certainly have an active imagination. I'll give you that. You should consider taking up improv, but sir. I can hear someone entering the room and the squeal of a chair hastily being pushed back. There's a moment of silence before a request for a hologram call comes through. The signal is a bit bad this far out, so the sound fuzzes terribly, but I recognize the voice the second he speaks. Hello there, darling. Sir. I scramble into a rigid salute. That's Preston Reeves, the CEO and commanding officer of Prometheus. Mr. Bossman himself. His voice is smooth and warm like honey. I can hear the sleazy smile in the way he speaks, even if I can't see much. Now, none of that. At ease, my friend. Call me Preston. Yes, Preston. There you go. Easy does it. Relax. He makes a petting motion with his hands. I hate people like that. Now. Yeah, it's like what would happen if Gendo Ikari found like joy or sadism or both. He claps his hands as he says it, snapping me to attention all over again. I can't help the reflex. My good man here tells me you've made contact. These extraterrestrials claim to be what now? Olympians, Preston. They said they were the inspiration for the Greco-Roman deities. Fascinating. And how are you communicating with them? I don't really understand how. They said it had something to do with their tech being able to hijack our brains or something. Did they say anything else? I try to recall the conversations I had with the aliens earlier, grasping my chin. They said that the message wasn't meant for me, or, well, the communication was somehow drawn to me. That something about the way the ship was built made it so that they could communicate with us. Preston lets out a sound somewhere between a satisfied sigh and a giggle. His shoulders in the hologram look like they're shaking. Is he laughing? Oh, Jay, you have no idea how happy it makes me to hear that. No idea. He's actually laughing now. Really laughing, no question. It bubbles out of him almost maniacally, like a kid who got his hands on his parents' credit card. Sir? Preston, remember? Listen, you've done such a good job for us, Jay. I feel the bad coming already. I see Mr. Reeves' hologram point to someone off screen. You there, reinstate their contract stat, and get someone to restock the supplies on the Voyager. Thank Christ, while you're at it. We can't have our best worker go hungry now, can we? I assume that the lawyer begins to protest, because Mr. Reeves waves his hand dismissively at them, stopping them in their tracks. Up. I don't care how or what it costs. Just do it. I want water and oxygen for them as well. Oh, how magnanimous of you. Light speed! Faster than light speed, even! There's a disgruntled sigh and then the scuffle of a pen across paper as Mr. Reeves barks orders at them and they rush to comply. I wonder what happens when I have to tell this Yahoo that this is a dating app. Are those papers flying in the back? Is that person crawling? Oh, and one more thing, darling. Mr. Reeves begins snapping his fingers at the retreating lawyer, calling him like a dog. Tell the couriers to get them the good rations, at least a couple of months' supply. I'm sure Jay here has only had hardtack for a little while. Years, Ashley. Literal years. But I don't say it aloud. Relief washes over me in waves and my legs wiggle like jelly. All the tension I've been holding for so long leaves me all at once and my knees buckle. My butt plops back into my chair and I try to calm my ragged breathing. Mr. Reeves just saved my life, just like that. If it was that easy, couldn't he have done that the whole time? No. Don't bite the gift horse's hoof. Or, wait, is it the camel's? I was doing so well for a minute there, and now my brain appears to be missing all over again. Don't look at the horse that feeds you. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, or don't bite the hand that feeds you. In this case, both. Mixing metaphors just doesn't work. Clearly. Thank you, Preston. I say, brightly. Reeves isn't facing me, still commanding his underlings, but I can hear that smile again. Of course, you're such a valued member of this company. He whirls around with a flourish to face me again, leaning into the hologram. And you should be treated as such. Is there anything else you want from Earth? Candy? A book? You name it. We can make it happen. A book? A book? Toothpaste. Toothpaste? Strange how every one of you astronaut types ask for the silliest things, though I don't think I could be without my garden, or my extensive surveillance system, so I suppose I'm not without my quirks. Mr. Reeves is staring at me. I can even tell without being able to clearly see his features. It goes on for far too long. The silence stretches unendingly. I fidget, sitting up straighter in my chair while he leans back in his, knitting his fingers together in his lap. Now, Precious, I hope you can appreciate the time I took to speak with you here today. I do. I appreciate it very much. It means so much to be the first person to discover aliens. I've always dreamed of... Darling, I need you to do something for me. He curtly cuts me off, the warmth that was there just a moment ago having evaporated in an instant. I want you to stay in contact with these Olympians for me. Gather as much information as you can. Gain their trust. We'll be making contact soon, and we want you to be our ambassador. To that bunch of yahoos, okay? What with you being a communications officer and all, I'm sure you can swing it. What do you say to that, An ambassador, sir? Me? I don't know if I can... Mr. Reeves cuts me off again with an annoyed click of his tongue. It stuns me into silence and leaves no room for more polite conversation. I don't think you have a choice, dear. He delivers the implicit threat with ice-cold clarity. Meeting his eyes, even through the distorted hologram, feels like looking down the jaws of a starved predator. With my metaphorical back to the wall, I feel the cold sweat dripping down my spine. Mr. Reeves finally breaks eye contact to look at his watch, and I let out the breath I didn't realize I was holding. Suddenly all warm honey again, he says, Sorry, darling, I must cut this little tete-a-tete short. Duty calls. But I trust you'll do as I've said for me, won't you, dear? Kisses. The call ends, leaving me with a vague sense of dread. I was so elated to learn they'd be sending me more supplies, but I'm not so sure about this mission he's tasked me with. Earn their trust? I lean back, looking up at the ever-unchanging metal ceiling. A diplomat, huh? Little old me. I look over at the screen where the app sits open, less active than before. Mars and Jupiter must have stopped fighting. So much for a distraction. Heavy sigh leaves my chest as I drag a hand over my face. I barely spoke to anyone in school, didn't bother with dates even when my colleagues set me up. Hell, I could barely even hold a conversation with Junie while she was here. Mr. Reeves' words float back to the surface of my mind like a circling shark. I don't think you have a choice. I chew my lips. I don't think so either. Ugh, never mind. I can't be alone with these thoughts right now. I'll message... Mars, fuck it. Mars seems interesting to say the least, if not a little intimidating, so I message him privately. Hey, Mars. Hello, Jay. How are you? I'm good. I wanted to chat, actually. I did, too. Oh? Video call. Ring, ring, ring. Yeah, sweet spot. The man that pops on my screen is dressed like he thinks he invented being cool. Why does he have pointy ears? Considering these guys' previous visit to Earth, maybe he actually did. Wearing leather and spikes had to come from somewhere. Hello, Jay. If that is your real name. What? Of course it's my real name. Likely story. Exactly the sort of thing a person whose real name wasn't Jay would say. Okay, never mind. This, Hello? Hello. I've already said hello. I believe we moved on from that. Anyways, back to the matter at hand. Who are you, really? What kind of question is that? I'm me, Jay. We've been talking in the group chat? And just who is Jay? Are you truly a human? Or are you actually a titan in disguise, pretending to be human to get into our good graces, just so you can strike when we least expect it? Maybe I shouldn't have started with this with the god of war. Actually, that makes a certain amount of sense if you think about it. While, Ares, Mars, was a god of war, and there have been a few, more traditionally, gods of war have been, at least in some cultures, women. And hell, Athena has two, I guess, facets to her. She's wisdom, yes, but she's also, battle tactics. So Ares is just get in there and twat it, whereas Athena is actual strategy in war. I can't believe you figured me out so quickly. A true Titan would never give up that information so easily. This guy can't be serious. Why are you so obsessed with me being a Titan anyway? Is it really so hard to believe I'm a human? It's happened before, several times. So you get catfished often? But no, nobody would dare. Uh-huh. It's true. Doesn't sound like it. I don't even... Never mind. Don't even what? Don't worry about it. He seems cagey, like a cautious animal. I choose not to press him on the matter. I get the impression he doesn't open up easily. Anyways, in my line of work, you can never be too careful. Your line of work? Oh, you know, killing people. Is he smiling? What? Killing people? What, did you think the god of war would be influenced by somebody who believes in the power of friendship and love? You should have expected this much. Well... Are you like a master assassin or something? Mars scoffs. Please, if I'm going to kill somebody, I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it. I'm proud of my work. No, I'm the right arm. I look at him confused, and he sucks his teeth in annoyance. Supreme General? I try not to look as dumbfounded as I feel. Surely he's joking. Is that why you said you hoped I was a spy from Othris in the group chat? Yes. He's really not joking. Why would you want me to be a Titan spy? Because then I would finally have an excuse to actually get out there on the ground again. Because of diplomacy or negotiations, or because we need that moon for the planet to survive, or because whichever reason the council comes up with, the war has become a complete farce. All it is at this point is a galaxy's biggest gun competition. I want to actually fight the people we're supposedly fighting. I mean, isn't that a good thing? You know, citizens' loved ones not dying in the war and all that? I would gladly fight this war on my own, even if we had no soldiers to speak of. The only way to really end a war, Jay, is to fight it. But, I don't want to argue about this right now. I do enough of that at work. I don't think I want to go in for the kill. Fine, but we're definitely talking about it more later. What are you, my mother? You don't get to make that call. Well, technically I can call you at any time. I could even call you while you're asleep, or on the toilet, or... Anyway. Wait. Was that a cat? I didn't hear anything. Well, I definitely did. Gods! Even in the vast reaches of space, video chat gets interrupted by cat. Maybe you should get that checked. Sounded like a cat, and you've got ripped pillow over there that looks very much like the kind of place a cat would curl up. That's ridiculous, not to mention impossible. I really do recommend you get evaluated for brain damage. What do you mean impossible? You do know that cats are fictional, right? Wait. Cats are fictional? Huh? I'm not sure I can be any clearer. No, it's just, I don't understand. You think cats are fictional? If you know of a cat other than Catstronaut, I invite you to share. What, Catstronaut? I can't tell if you're actually this stupid or just screwing with me. Is that a cuticumber? The one with the helmet? I think I remember a cat. Not bad. Very observant. No, but I'm serious. Do you think cat is short for Catstronaut? Of course not, but she's based on a fictional creature, just like a snake or rabbit. He doesn't know any of the kinds of animals that are on Earth, but he's been there! You guys have literally been to Earth before? Thank you. Just off camera, I hear another series of meows. There it is again! Pan the camera! No. Just pan it. I don't appreciate being told what to do. Ring, 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 ring. A phone rings, coming from Mars's room. Sorry, I have to take this call. We'll talk about this later. The call hangs up. I have a feeling it didn't go very well. I wonder who I should talk to next. Well, we're past the usual time. I'm going to be through hell tomorrow, and I mean, it's better a little bit when it's one-on-one, but as you could probably tell, I didn't quite click with this one. Mostly because I did not want to spend the first half hour talking about how horny I supposedly am. I mean, I get the whole point of otome is supposed to be finding a romantic partner, but what about the romantic part? There was nothing about romance in this whole thing. We're not talking about any kind of deep interpersonal connection. Apparently, my character just wants to get laid. By human, Olympian, vibrator, whatever. It's unsubtle to degrees that I have a difficult time describing. And, I really wish it had the Starbright Agency vibes I thought it had before I played it. Because that had, plot and wasn't really looking for a romance. Because that's the thing. At the very least, when the romance came into Starbright Agency, it was a little bit later on in the proceedings, and that's the only point where the, I don't know, plot-related you have to get hooked up with somebody thing is. Because, you were running around flirting with gods only know who on that first, being a hero run. And that was when, pick one of them, get dating, and boost your rating among the heroes, etc., etc., etc. This is horny, 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 horny. First contact, be an ambassador. Which honestly really should kibosh the whole idea of me boning any of those people. Because you're probably just, I'm pretty sure that it's difficult to be diplomatic in that kind of a situation, I would think. Too much chance of emotion getting in the way, so you'd probably want to withdraw? This makes no sense. It's trying so hard to be funny and get into the which one of them do you want thing that it doesn't. In a story, relationships happen because you like the individual. And mostly we're just getting people thrown at our heads. Everything is coincidental to extremes and trying too hard, I think. It's might be warming up, but that very first 40 odd minutes is significantly off-putting. We could have done a lot more with it if it had better writing right from the start, but I think it's trying so hard not to take itself too seriously that it's gone too far the other way. But, your mileage may vary. I will actually probably be glad to get the demo off my hard drive, because I can't picture myself playing this. If you can, the release date's to be announced, and like I said, because the Steam tags say choices matter and multiple endings, but the other one is linear, and that seems to contradict. So, if you enjoyed any of what I just did, I'm honestly not sure whether to advise that you try the demo or not. Again, not so much because of how I personally found the game, but because you might end up just with the exact same situation that I did. If you want to try playing it without a trash goblin yelling, or if you just want to yell at it yourself, maybe try different choices and see if there's actually any different. For those of you who want a written and digression-free review, also one that's not going, what the fuck did I just spend the last hour playing, the write-up will be on my Ko-fi page. Never a paywall, I do it for the love of the games, sort of, sometimes, mostly. The VOD will be embedded in the review, and will also be going up on my YouTube channel shortly, where it will sit with the other VODs as a gallery of my moments of flail. Because this one was pretty epic flail, if I do say so myself. I honestly don't know what shape I'm going to be in on Friday, given the mess that is my human-coded day job. Still, I am looking at my potential coping mechanisms because Part 2 of Chapter 5 of Scarlet Hollow drops on Friday, and I will be okay to play it on stream, damn it. So there will be takeaway dinner and possibly a post-work nap to scrape up whatever kind of spoons I need for this, because if nothing else, I don't want my Scarlet Hollow avatar to go to jail! Should be interesting anyway, since we were doing a handcuffed ride-along to a murder site. I have a feeling it might have something to do with Bo, and I feel bad because reasons. So I hope to see you there. It should be a good time. Until then, or until next, have a good one.